Welcome everyone to my channel. If you are new, I am so excited to have you here. And if you are a returning subscriber, then welcome back, Tater Tuts. So this is a very, very exciting video for me because this is about my first ever legacy challenge that I have ever made and written myself. And so this is the K-drama legacy. So I do want to give you guys just kind of a basis. So this is a 10 generation legacy and it's based on different themes or ideas from Korean dramas and webtoons, even like J-dramas, things like that, but mostly K-dramas. And so the legacy itself, it's not based on Korean culture, but it's just plots, themes, and ideas from all the different dramas, as well as a mix of some of my own ideas that are just kind of thrown in there for fun. And so for your own legacy, you can use any cultures that you want. So it doesn't really matter as long as the rules are followed. So just like it mentioned, my inspiration for this was just I have such a love of K-dramas and J-dramas. When I was younger, I was very into reading like shoujo manga from Japan, and I just loved all the little romance stories and the tension leading up to them falling in love and all of that stuff. Like, I just think it's so fun, and the way that they build the characters and the relationships. I've always just really loved the pattern and kind of formula that they use for it. And so I really wanted to bring that to The Sims because I think that would be really fun. And guys, like, I spend way too much time reading webtoons. Like, I'm so addicted. There's so many good stories on there. So I wanted to create something that has drama and like a good layout for you so that you can create the drama, you know what I mean? So anyways, let's go ahead and go through some of our basic rules and guidelines that we have. So aging must be turned on, but it can be any length you want. If the goal requirements are met for an age range, you can go ahead and age up if you'd like. So like when you first have a baby, like obviously we know they just stay in a bassinet. And if you want to just go ahead and age them up, that's fine. And then if let's say you're playing on long lifespan and your teen has like 3 weeks still and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want them to be a teen for 3 weeks. Like I just want them to hurry up so we can move on. Like that's fine. Go ahead and age them up as long as you did the requirements needed for that age range. So next you have your starting heir. They can look any way that you want, but your future heirs, you cannot have a massive makeover. So like don't adjust their facial structure. The only time I think that would be okay is like if in your particular storyline, if you feel like, maybe they go and get plastic surgery and it falls into like your story, like that's fine. But other than that, don't just like go and change their face. Don't use any money, skill, or career cheats unless stated in the requirements. For example, there's a generation where it says to add money from a passed away relative's will. So like in that case, you can. All goals must be completed before the next heir takes over. You must use the 3 personality traits required for each generation unless missing a pack, then choose the next best option. When they're infants, toddlers, and children, these traits might not match up, so randomize for these ages. Once a teen, change one of these traits to the required. The heir can be any gender or sexuality. Mods and custom content can be used. If you don't have all of the packs needed to complete a requirement for generation, you can find something similar or just omit it, so just skip it altogether. The color themes listed with each generation are completely optional. I just do those because I think they're fun. And if you do choose to do the challenge, please credit me at SIMato89 and use hashtag KDramaLegacy on all of your tweets, posts, and videos. I have spent literally, it's taken me like a year, if not a little longer, to complete this legacy challenge. And between me working and taking care of my toddler and like just in general. So like, and I kind of had writer's block for a while and it just took me, like, I just felt like uninspired for so long. And then I felt like my idea was silly and I was like, oh, people are going to think this is stupid. I shouldn't make this challenge. But then I just decided, you know what, I'm going to go for it. And I finally got it all put together and I'm really happy with how it came out. So I put a lot of effort into this. So please don't steal it and take the credit away. But please make sure that you guys do tag me and use that hashtag so that way I can retweet your posts and also I can go watch them. Like, I want to see your characters and I want to see how your stories unfold. So I'm really excited about it. So anyways, so now I want to move on. Oh, and of course, disclaimer, the most important part is to have fun and to make this your own. So now that that is said, I'm going to go through the generations. I'm not going to read everything, but there are 10 generations. So For example, like Generation 1 is the fisherman's daughter or son. Now, I've put a lot of effort into the like story paragraphs that are setting up that generation because I feel like those are a big key just so you can kind of get a feel for your character and how you want to create their story. So make sure you pay attention to what those paragraphs say. Then, of course, you do have your traits, your aspiration, career, colors, and then you have requirements. For each generation, there are 10 requirements. I didn't want to do too many because I feel like if you start adding too many, it makes everybody's legacy challenge kind of like too similar. So I want you to still have freedom to kind of make it what you want. So, for example, Generation 1, your requirements are that you must master the cooking, baking, and gourmet skills because your career is the culinary chef branch. And then your aspiration is also master chef. So, you must stay living with your family until you get married. Never have more than 10K while living with your family. If you get past 10K, you must purchase something to bring it back under that amount. And once you marry and move out, you can go above this. Go fishing with your fisherman parent at least once a week throughout your young adult life. Go on at least 3 dates with 3 different sims from town before getting into a serious relationship. Have at least 2 children. Reach at least level 8 of the culinary career. Once your parents become elders, they must move in with you and your spouse. Own your own restaurant. It can be any style of food, and get your restaurant to at least a 3-star rating. So those are the 10 requirements for Generation 1. And so should I read it? I guess I can. So just so you guys can kind of hear where Generation 1 starts. So as I said, it's fisherman's daughter and son. So, or not and son, slash son. So whether you want to start off with whoever your sim is for your heir. So here we've got, you've grown up your whole life beside the ocean, smelling the sweet aroma of salt, seaweed, and coconut. One of your parents is a fisherman and has lived in the local town their whole life. Your other parent has always stayed at home taking care of you and your younger sibling. Due to the nature of your one parent's job, they are gone at sea a lot of the time, so much of the responsibility of helping your other parent out around the house falls on you. You worked a part-time job to assist with the bills and looked after your sibling the majority of your teenage years. You have a very close relationship with your fisherman parent, even though you don't see them often. Your other parent nags you a lot about your dating life and is pressing for you to marry soon and have children. Before that, though, you have a few other plans instead. You'd rather work more on your passion you discovered in your teen years, your love of cooking, and have always dreamed of opening up your own restaurant where your family can gather together. To get your one parent off your back, you've agreed to go on dates with the folks they have selected from town. However, they're not the ones that catch your eye, but a mysterious newcomer from out of town who teaches you things you didn't know you could feel. So my thought process with this is that, like, there's a lot of K-dramas where the parents are trying to set you up with someone to date, and then there's so many too where it's like you've got the big city guy or girl and they come to this small town and they fall in love and la 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 la, kind of a thing. But in your story, if you want, you don't have to end up with the newcomer from town. Maybe they have a relationship with them, they teach them about love, and then they break it off because they go back to wherever they came from, and you fall in love with a local or your childhood best friend. It's whatever you want to make it. And so I wanted to leave that open up to your own interpretation for however you want it. But, I just wanted to give you guys kind of a good base to start with. So the first few generations are a bit more detailed in the stories, like story summaries beforehand. And the later ones aren't as much, but that's because I feel like at that point you've kind of built up your characters more, so you kind of know what's going on, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. But anyways, Generation 2 is called Runaway Artist, 3, Awkward Doctor, 4, Future CEO, 5, International Idol, which this one, you are going to become like a famous, you could do actor or actress. Like if you don't have mods, you can, and you're just playing on console, you could do actor, actress, musician, like that. Or you could, if you're playing with mods, you can use Simuko's mod to be a K-pop idol. So that is an option. And so of course I have that linked in on my Tumblr. And then the Generation 6 is Troubled Agent. Then 7 is Extraordinary Attorney, 8 Fashionista or Fashionisto, and 9 is All-Star MVP, and 10 is the Critical Reviewer. So those are all of the generations. As I said, they each have 10 requirements that need to be done, but I want you guys to have fun with it. Don't just sit here and try to make it like, I don't want it to be just like a checklist. I want you guys to be able to have fun. Like one of the goals I want to show you in where you are the fashionista or the fashionisto, one of the requirements is to get into at least 2 scandals with those in the celebrity world. And so I put in parentheses, these are made up purely by you for story purposes, so have fun with it. So like there are things like that. So create it, you know, make some kind of dramatic thing like, oh no, the tabloids found them. You know, I just want you guys to do what you will with it. Now that we've gone through the rules, I want to introduce you guys to my family that I will be using for generation 1 of my legacy challenge. So this is the Yu family. This is Chine Yu. He is the father. So he is the fisherman. So he always wears very relaxed clothing because he's always out at sea and he's in the heat and the humidity. And so this guy, he just wants to be comfortable. And then the wife or the mother, her name is Soayu. And so she is like the mega mom that gets everything done and makes sure the house stays in order. They do have a dog. Their dog's name is Baram, and I think he is adorable. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with his curly tail. And then this is our heir's little sister. Her name is Hanul, and so she is a teen and she is going to a private school. That's why she has a uniform on. And then our heir here is Yuna. So Yuna Yu is going to be our legacy leader for all of the generations that are to come. And so she is the fisherman's daughter, as the title entails. And so I'm really excited for you guys to know more about her story. In my first episode, I will be posting it soon, so definitely keep your eyes out for it. But I had so much fun creating this family. I did not record me actually doing my create a sim for them because, guys, I spent literally like a week making this family. Like it took me so long. I was just so into it, but so excited. So anyways, so this is the family that will be my generation 1. So if you are interested in watching it, just make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe so that you don't miss when I do post that episode. It is coming soon, I promise. And guys, I am just so thrilled and excited to be bringing this new legacy challenge to the Sims community. I hope you guys love it and enjoy it as much as I had writing it and putting it all together. And that's all I have to say for now. So let me know if you guys have any questions about the challenge. You can leave comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about it. And if you plan on doing it, please let me know if you plan on doing the challenge because I want to be able to see it. I want to see your characters. I want to see what stories you go with. I just want to see it all, especially if you're going to be posting a video of it on YouTube. Like, please let me know so that I can go and watch it and see how your story unravels. And also, as I mentioned before, please make sure to tag me at SIMato89 and hashtag KDramaLegacy on all of your posts so that I am aware of it and will be able to be in the know. So thank you so much for joining me on this video. I hope you guys enjoyed and I hope to see you in the first episode of my Legacy Challenge. All right, I will see you next time.